Hey y'all, what's going on? This is Casey again, coming with a video here on something that I saw the other day. It was about maybe a week ago. I was at Sam's Club, and so I'm walking by and I see these big ass boxes of these bars, the Clif Bars. Now, I'm not a fan. I've actually never tried them or tasted them. Maybe they're good. Who knows? But I was like, that's interesting. Even though I'm not one that was a consumer of these things, it just looks strange that Cliff would be spelled Clif. So I was like, that's something that I gotta look into later, But I kind of passed it off and kept on about my day. The next store I went to was a Shell gas station. So when I went into the Shell gas station, I saw these bars again. It's like it was just calling out to me for some reason. And it was right there in front of the cashier. All I had to do was go and pay for some gas. So I was right there by the cashier and everything. And you know how they'll have like some special item on sale or something like right on the counter. So I saw the Clif Bars, and here's the picture right here that y'all are looking at of the Clif Bars, and it's in a basket. I asked her, could I take a photo of it, and she was like, sure, go ahead. So I took a photo of it, and I asked her, I said, when did they change their name? That's how I approach people now. I'll just say, when did the brand name change? Because it's just so hard to try to talk to people. So, and then maybe something brand name really did change, So, it's an easy transition into. So I said, when did the brand name change of these bars? And she was like, oh, no, it's always been that way, And she just seemed like, okay, cool, So I just kept on about my day and said, oh, okay, thanks. And that was it. So I was like, you know what? I don't know why these things called out to me today. I'm not even a consumer of these things, but it opened my eyes to it. So I'm going to make a video on it. So I'm going to be honest, I didn't even check yet, y'all, to see if other people did a video on it. But I said I'm just going to give it a go, do a video on it. So I'm like, it doesn't even make sense for it to be named CLIF in the English language anyways, the so-called English language. So I was like, you know what? I'm looking at the logo. I'm looking at the picture of the dude over here. You see what I'm saying? He just kind of hanging off of this thing that I would call a cliff, which makes sense to me because that's what the bar is called, right? And it's got all this background. So it's like, okay, all right, let's go to Google. So I went to Google and I said, well, let's type in cliff with well, first let me show you. When I type in Clif by itself, look what automatically pops up. Clif Bar and Company. So, CLIF. I'm just looking at it, y'all. It just don't look right to me. But then I said, well, let me see what when I type in Clif, let's see, has the name or the definition changed? The name of it changed. So then I say, okay, let's read the definition. And if you look at it, it says a steep rock face, especially at the edge of the sea. Okay, a path along the top of rugged cliffs, right? So if you go back, let me go back to the image. What is this dude holding on to? He's holding on to a CLIFF, right? Okay. So, to me, though that's not proof of residual, it's not evidence of residual Clif Bar, CLIFF, but to me, it's, in a court of law, we would call it circumstantial evidence. It's just funny that they would name it something that they have the actual picture thereof. You know what I'm saying? Now, if the picture wasn't that, then it'd be kind of harder to prove it. But they actually have that, and it's spelled with 2 F's, So I guess I'm going to ask you guys to go into the comment section and tell me, what do you remember? Has it been 2 F's for you or 1 F for you? Which one has it been? I'm going to ask you, if it's always been 2 F's, to click the like button. And if it's always been 1 F, click the dislike button. Okay? Yeah, so there goes another freaking Mandela effect, y'all. And I guess I'll catch y'all in the next video. All right.